Halo 3 was planned to be the final Halo game, because Bungie wanted to move on to other projects. So for this final Halo game, they wanted to go all out to make up for the missing in Halo 2 due to its development cycle struggles. This was the only game from the original trilogy that didn't get a remake, so the footage you're seeing was recorded on PC, however it does not have a remaster, so it's using the original graphics. As always, with the gameplay's just amazing. It's barely changed since the last two games, except for deployable items such as shields, grav lifts, and other items like that. Other than that, there really isn't that many changes. However, because unlike Halo 2, this game's actually complete, it does have hardest difficulty that is possible. I mean, Halo 2's the hardest difficulty, legendary difficulty was just too hard, really, but Halo 3, it is quite balanced, perhaps a bit too easy, honestly. It's probably the easiest of all the Halo games in legendary. And because there isn't much else to say when we move on to level design, for level design, Halo 3 really topped the previous games. However, there are less levels than in Halo 2, so it's a bit of a shorter game. Of course, the music's great as always, but the game flows really well. You don't feel like you're playing something that's that old. And sure, 2007 isn't really that old, but that's still 13 years ago since when I made this video. So it is quite a while, but it really doesn't show its age. In terms of game design, you don't really see anything better than it ever. Game design has never been as good as it was in Halo 3. As for the story is the end of the Master Chief's arc in the Human Covenant War, and really should have been where the Master Chief's story was retired, because as a character he doesn't need to be in the games all the time. He may be like the icon of the games, but from games we'll make videos about later on, you'll realise that he doesn't need to be the centre of every single game. He is a very important character to the universe, but it's okay to make games about other things, and I think that this perhaps would have been a good place to end his story. Either way, regardless of whether you think he should have ended here or carried on, this was a nice end to this trilogy, because this is a very strong story with a very nice ending. It didn't feel like Halo 2's ending, which was a bit of a cliffhanger. It was kind of a bit underwhelming. Halo 3 ended it properly. As for the multiplayer, it's not changed much since Halo 2. There's not really much I can say because it's basically just the same battle arena sort of concept. It was still popular in 2007 when the game released. However, it hasn't aged very well, honestly. You couldn't play this for a very long time without having a load of friends to play with. It really is more based on their social interactions, which were very common in online games back in the days of Xbox. I'm sure if you played back then, you'll remember just jumping into a lobby and just chatting with the people in the lobby and just having fun with them. I know I did that and made friends all around the world just by talking to random people, but that was where the fun came from, not necessarily the game itself. So the biggest change between this game and the previous ones was the addition of Forge. Forge mode allowed players to make their own levels, which really is something that you see in a lot of games now, but this at its time was quite a big deal. It wasn't common at all, and it's possible that it was inspired by the release of Gary's mod the previous year. However, it's possible that they had this idea in mind already because of the short distance between Gary's mod's release and Halo 3. Due to the fact that Forge allowed players to make their own levels, it meant there was really sort of unlimited capabilities as to what could be made. It added a whole another layer to what you could do when playing with friends. Even though this is my favourite Halo game, there really isn't that much I can say about it because it's not that different from the previous games, and I've already made videos on those, so if you've seen those, there's not much else I can add. But to be fair, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So thanks for watching, we'll see you in the next video, which hopefully will be another Halo video. Hopefully I can get it out within time, and I'll see you guys either in that video or in my stream. My stream is my main platform, the links are down below. See you guys later.